Ayurveda is something which belongs to India and it's our own thing. So, but in general terms, if you want to have knowledge of even medical sciences, the best books are available in English. A book, a very good book in your own regional language, even in Hindi. There are books written in Hindi, but not that good as far as my knowledge goes. There are people with medical background in my family, so many of I have a little bit of understanding in that area. So what I need to say that it is very essential for us to have knowledge of English and knowledge of English as a language. This is only one aspect of communication. What our topic today is effective communication. So first step is knowledge of language. And language is not like this table or chair or some book or some electronic gadget, meaning non-living thing. Language is an organic thing, which keeps growing day in, day out, slowly, every minute, every second. It takes years to learn it. It's not something which you can learn in half an hour, like some formula of maths or physics. A plus B square is equal to A square plus B square plus 2AB. It's not simple, as simple as that. Learning a formula is simpler than learning a language. और मेरी बात से यहाँ पे इस क्लास में वो बच्चे को एकदम एग्री करेंगे जो शायद हिंदी मीडियम स्कूल से आ रहे हो या जिन्होंने कोई भी लैंग्वेज लर्न अपनी मदर टंग के अलावा सीखी होगी कोई भी भाषा. Language is something which always keeps growing and changing. So you have to treat it that way. It's not something which I today, Professor Shikha Singh comes and gives me 5-6 methods to learn the language and I note it down and I do it for 10-15 days and things will change. I will be proficient in the language. That is not one. You have to make even think. I have spent 22 years teaching English literature, of course. We don't teach language in our university. We are a literature department. But we teach language indirectly. We do not teach language directly. Meaning what I mean that we don't have any language courses in our department. We have literature courses. But while teaching literature, I also teach language. 22 years of teaching and almost 5-6 years of university life, and before that school life, right from my preschool to till today, I can say that I still know 20 to 30% of the language. But because it's not that simple, that you can just take some tools. But I would like to emphasize that from this statement of mine, you do not have to come to the conclusion that what ma'am is saying is very difficult. Something very difficult. जो कहने की कोशिश कर रहे हैं वो बात को ये कहने की कोशिश कर रहे हैं कि you have to make effort every day. Make it a habit. Make it a habit as something as important for you as your breathing is. We breathe, we don't realize, we don't do it consciously. We are just breathing in and out. Make it that kind of an habit. I will tell you how you will do it, but first you have to understand that you have to immerse yourself into it. Immersion is the first rule becoming actually very proficient. Yes. We have excellence in knowing any language. This time we are talking about English. And English is the most important language. I don't need to tell you why. All of you as students of career. This is the first step. You are the first semester students of BHMS, right? Sorry, PAMS. So first semester they are अपने career बढ़ रहे हैं. So this is the you understand that how important language is. No, English is also digital communication because English is not a language. It is a language of power. It gives you a different kind of, it opens up so many areas for you. So learning this language and learning it in an effective way is very important for you. You understand? So effective communication is what is essential for you. And first thing is immerse yourself into it. एक स्टोरी बताते हैं आप. Socrates का नाम सुने? Socrates. Socrates was a philosopher, a teacher. Lekin pronunciation is Socrates. Yesterday, third talk about mind pronunciation. He was learning language. He had very limited, you can say, I'm not a people. I loud with my voice. We have better things. So I am very loud. I used to speak very loud. So, what you have to learn from yes, become here. When I was a young child, we had very limited means to learn. How would I learn a new word in the right pronouncing? Listening somebody when he or she was speaking. Now I understand why language is essential. Voices from the noise from the other basic level. So noise से भी हम बात करेंगे इसलिए हमने specifically emphasize the way. What is knowledge and what is communication? You have to understand that is. So we had to listen to our teachers or seniors or somebody who was proficient in the language, physically present in front of us, because we did not have this or that widely growing as a student. But you have so much in your hands. You find a you come across a new word, you don't know how to pronounce it. You just open your Google and click on the Google pronunciation, and there's a beautiful voice of probably a beautiful girl or lady pronounce the word in a very correct, effective way for you to learn. शब्दों सही तरीके से उच्चारण करना ही उतना ही जरूरी है जितना भाषा को जानना. If you do not like the person, this student said Sukra, I am aware of it because I know Hindi also. I am born and brought up in this Hindi speaking belt. Maybe you communicate with a Britisher or an American or a person who comes from another place. He will not be able to understand Sukra. He will think that he is somebody, any other person. It is Socrates. Now I was telling you a small story. Socrates, by a disciple or student of Gogan, he comes and he asks him a question. What is success? And at that time, Socrates was bathing in the river. He was in the middle of his bathing process and he was half inside the river and half above. And the student comes and he said, "Sir, I want to ask one question." He said, "Okay, he's first notice. If you need a time for this man to come, shit." But then he said, the student and other teacher, it's my duty to always answer the questions, queries of my student. So it's okay. What is success? Socrates thought for a moment and then he said, "Dear student, come inside the river, come and bathe with me, and along the bathing time, I will teach you what is success." The student also jumps into the river. And what does the teacher does? He puts his hand on his shoulder and he pushes him inside the river. With all force, the student is pushed into the river. And the student is struggling, throwing his hand and struggling with his very forcefully paid lights. सर डुबाने की कोशिश कर रहे हैं, बच्चा की करने की कोशिश कर रहे हैं. And imagine the scene. And then finally, after a few minutes, Socrates leaves him and he's out of the river. Now the teacher puts across the same question. What is success? I hope you have understood the message which I am giving. The student says, "I understand what success is. Success is struggling to save, to achieve, to get something which is as dear, as precious." पहला मंत्र जो है वो ये है कि आपको कुछ भी पढ़ रहे हैं, कुछ भी, the price for everything. Nothing comes free in this life. Not even the breath which we take. You have to pay the price. We are not getting the right kind of oxygen, the pure oxygen to breathe because we are not paying the price for it. Isn't it? So you have to pay the price for it. And whatever subject you study, you have to immerse in struggle and fight and put in the effort that disciple puts to achieve, get, to save his life. That is what is the first, the way to success, the step to success. So first thing which you have to begin is learn the language. How will you learn the language? There are 4 steps for effective communication. First is reading. And this involves the process of learning the language. Learn language. Any language, whether it is English or any other. Most of them don't so even proper Hindi. Because Hindi is a mother tongue, we have just limited or left it to one way of living. Speaking. Most thing we know is by listening. Listening to our mother, father, as a young child, or the people around you, and we follow the other steps. And the most important step to learn any language is reading. How many of you read any English newspaper? Any paper? कितने यहाँ पे इस क्लास में बैठे हैं जो इंग्लिश न्यूज़पेपर पढ़ते हैं? Okay, from the kind who came into this university, before that, you have joined this university in 2020. Way of the office, I will ask your, principal, sir. I will put in a request today to please get an English newspaper for my students who are moving toward learning effective part. Only newspaper. They come from outside India. So rest of the students have never read English newspaper. कौन सा पेपर पढ़ते हाँ Times of India. All right. So one thing, it's very routine kind of a thing which everyone has interest and wants to know because we want to know about the world, what is happening around us in our country, outside our country, is newspaper. Please start reading a good English newspaper. The one which I will recommend is Economic Times is a good newspaper. The Hindu. The Hindu, not because of the name. I'm very clearly telling you, not because it is the Hindu. Even if the newspaper was named the Muslim, I would have no objections with the Hindu newspaper, which has all kinds of news for one thing. It will have something of the interest for every reader. For example, if a reader is a literature student like me, it has a section in the newspaper which is devoted to literature. If you are a person who is interested in traveling, there is a section which is called traveling. It gives you information about places. Second, but the most important reason why I am talking about the Hindu is because the language is 95% correct. Sometimes there might be typographical error or something might have happened. That also is given in the letters to the editor section. Wherever there is a mistake, somebody objects, you can write to the editor and the thing will be taken care of. So everybody has to read an English newspaper. If you really want your English. Second, you must make a habit of read something book in English. Every day must be at least 10 or 20 pages, something which is outside the text. I can tell you that what happens most of the time students are habitual to reading your subject, your discipline, but every subject, every topic will have a different of requirement, verbal requirement, communication skills. All right. When he was talking about some ailment, he was talking in a different way. Then when a teacher of English is talking about some novel or some story or some poem, isn't it? There will be diverse kind of situation in which you will have to effectively communicate. So just reading something is really not enough for you to make yourself proficient in English. So reading something like that, your discipline is very essential. Make it a habit. We all require some kind of leisure time also, some pleasure also is needed. So both effective way of gaining pleasure as well as also learning something. All right. Also, journalist. एक अच्छे जर्नलिस्ट को सुनना, listening is the second step. I am first talking about reading. Now, why do read? Just reading is only also not 100% result or 99% result. Reading it consciously and while reading, whenever it comes a new word, a new of saying something, This is a very common way of saying hello, how are you? It's a very common saying to everyone that says hello. If you come across some other form, greeting someone, learn it, try to remember it. If you come across a new word, a word which you do not know, consciously learn it. Keep it in small diary with you that you note up. And just while waiting for the next class or not doing anything, sometimes you do not even your friends, just open the diary and read the words. Read the words, read its meaning, and read, not just only learning the word and the meaning. If that was made you proficient in English, would every student, every mother could just buy a dictionary, becomes the school going child, and buy a dictionary and give it to him and start make him sit down at home and make him just learn the words. Learn just the words is not going to do. What you learn is the usage of the word. Right? Usage of the word. How will you learn that? You will learn it. The dictionary also gives you the usage and you start using that is the third step. I will come to that. But first, you should begin reading. Read as you can. In the language which you want to learn, this time we are talking about English. And get your magazines, good magazines, Economic Times, Outlook, these are good magazines. Get them, start reading. If you are reading interested in it, buy good novels, good classic novels. You read the Shikha. There is nothing wrong. You also have interesting family political read. You can read paper marriage. No, you are not in reading there. Right? Very difficult. But for what stressing is this? That you have to start developing the habit of reading. और आज की जनरेशन के लिए बहुत इम्पोर्टेंट है क्योंकि हम लोग की सबसे बड़ी चिंता एज सीनियर कलीग्स सीनियर टीचर्स इज दिस दैट स्टूडेंट्स हैव लॉस्ट द एबिलिटी कंप्लीटेड और आपकी बात नहीं कर रहे आप तो मेडिकल साइंस के स्टूडेंट हैं हमारे डिपार्टमेंट में हम बच्चों की बात कर रहे हैं दे डोंट नो They had taken admission in literature department and they don't want to. What? This have become such a big obstructions. ये help करता है पर ये बहुत बड़ा obstruction है. You know, we have lost high young child. He also doesn't want to read. All the time he sit and watch movies, whatever I ask him, he goes straight to the mobile and type something on the YouTube or the Google and he'll come up with the answer. He does not need the book. Start buying books. और अगर इसका भी यूज करिए तो बुक यूज करें तो बुक्स I just hate reading on the mobile. I cannot do that. But if you are youngsters do it, there are students whom I know read full novels with the mobile. They use it all. There are so many apps, free tools are available. Start reading. What is more important is reading. Then, second is listening. Be a very avid, very intense listener. In the last 45 minutes, I have spoken at least 200, 400 words in English. What you should do is this, you should listen with full intent. 100% intent to grasp as you can. Active listening. There is listening, there is active listening. Listening is while you are sitting here, somebody has come, he or she is talking to you, you are listening, then your mind strays to some other thing. You start thinking, oh, what is the next lecture? Now, there are so many lectures and what I get for lunch. आज तो अच्छा खाना सुबह नाश्ता नहीं किया. It's very natural. It happens with me, you, everyone. And as you age, बढ़ता है, ये capabilities कम होती है. आप मेडिकल के स्टूडेंट हैं, आप ज्यादा अच्छे से जानते हैं कि all our capabilities, senses start aging. It's not just the body which ages, all the senses also age. But with you, it is very possible. You are youngsters are 18, 19, 20 of that age, very effective. Indulge, gain the ability of active listening. Active listening is technique of developing, gaining this ability to listen to the person from every sound to every meaning to every pronunciation. मतलब उसका पूरा डिसेक्शन कर देना है. और जो बोल रहा है, लिसनिंग, एक्टिव लिसनिंग में it is not just the words you listen. You try to reach the mind of the speaker. You try to reach the person is trying to communicate. Because communication is not verbal communication. It is verbal and non-verbal. Every expression on my face, every expression in my eyes, every gesture I make, my body language, every communicates something. That is what is active listening. You have to reach to that. Because words have limitations. सब कुछ शब्द नहीं कह पाते. शब्दों से आगे की चीजें होती हैं जिनको व्यक्त करने के लिए कभी-कभी लैंग्वेज कम पड़ता है. You have to learn that also. You will learn by observing, by listening, which is the second important step of effective communication. All right. So, and while listening, you also observe. You observe, learn, or you don't listener सुनना है और भी सीखना है. You कौन observe कर रहे हैं? You learn that. Next example. You are saying doctors, patient आएगा, तो उसको केवल प्रिस्क्रिप्शन पे उसने बोला आपको डॉक्टर पेट बहुत दर्द होता है. पेट दर्द हो रहा है, क्या किया? कुछ खाया होगा, इधर किया होगा, उधर किया होगा. एक कम्युनिकेशन का तरीका ये हो सकता है. इतनी दवाई खाना पड़ेगा, ऑपरेशन करना. एक तरीका ये हो सकता है. दूसरा ये हो सकता है, अच्छा पेट दर्द होगा, कोई बात नहीं, बैठ जाओ, अभी मैं दवा लेता हूँ, आराम हो जाएगा. ये भी एक तरीका हो सकता है. This is effective communication. You have to communicate with the mind, understand the person so that he connects with you. He is able to understand what you are trying to say. That ability you have to develop. And I take my words for it. With the experience of 22 years of teaching and as a student, communication is not language. Language is just the first step towards conversation. Communication, effective communication involves so many other things. You have to have preciseness, you have confidence, you have develop all these skills, you have to intelligence and someone who's basic सामने खड़ा है क्या साइकोलॉजी है आप उसको देख उसकी दो चार उससे बातें करके you have to understand his social his financial background his psychology his belief right what so communication there then you will be able to establish that relationship with him. So effective communication is that. The second important thing is listening. Every day when you are free from your classes and make it a habit to listen to a good speaker. The speaker should not necessarily be from some American University or Harvard or Oxford or Cambridge. He can be an Indian speaker. There's no problem with that. You listen to speaker from your field. And that is technique, technology is of so much help. हमारे टाइम में नहीं था हमको सुनना है तो सिर्फ क्लासरूम में सुनना है टीचर को उसके बाद सुनने के लिए कोई वो नहीं था फिर बहुत थोड़े दिन बाद टीवी आ गया टीवी में दूरदर्शन में मिल जाता था चीजें फिर बहुत बड़े हो गए तब चीजें यूनिवर्सिटी लाइफ में सब चीजें आ गई कंप्यूटर आ गया मोबाइल आ गया सब कुछ हो गया लेकिन स्कूल लाइफ में लिखा है तो आपको कह सकते It's like in listening to anybody and everyone. You have to make a choice. And the formula is not the same for every person in this classroom. Some of you might be good listeners, active listeners. Some are might good readers. You have to locate your way. No pathway. I mental course. ये चारों करना चार टूल बना है लेकिन किसी के लिए टूल वन बहुत इफेक्टिव है सेकंड पर्सन इट कैन बी टूल टू थर्ड इज राइटिंग effective writing oh writing is very important you can write something on me today people all of you write on me Professor Shikha, she came and talked about something. Whatever things make out from it, sit down and write down something about me. Not from what I spoke, but my words. Don't just write the words which I have spoken. You use examples. Analyze what kind of a person she was, how effective she was, was she taking some sense or not. Write down anything. ज्यादातर क्या करते हैं हम लोग गलती क्या करते हैं जैसे हम साइंस के स्टूडेंट हैं या हिस्ट्री के हैं तो हम अपनी सब्जेक्ट की किताब पढ़ते हैं और दो नोट्स बनाते हैं नोट गिव यू because what you open a book you read from there and most of the time you copy it down or once not professor is giving you a lecture you copy down the words very same. That is good for your own subject knowledge. But improving your language, topics, you can know series of watching a movie if you have watched some recently. Or reading a book or anything. हम सब सोशल मीडिया में हैं इंस्टा फेसबुक सब यूज करते हैं फेसबुक को लगाते हैं उसके बाद कुछ लिखते नहीं स्टार्ट हैबिट मेकिंग write a few lines thinking that your friends along with your business partners or teachers or whatever are also seeing that, reading that. Slowly you will see that you will develop the habit there. Certain things which you have to learn लेटर कैसे लिखते हैं बचपन से सीखा लेकिन अभी हम इसमें क्लास में कह दें कि ये लेटर लिखिए सीएम साहब को इस चीज के बारे में आधे लोग घबराने लगेंगे कि क्या क्या लैंग्वेज है क्या वर्ड्स फॉर्म होता है ऊपर क्या लिखना है डेट यहाँ डालनी है यहाँ आपको अपने बारे में लिखना है but the content of the letter in the right language and the right way. The letter which you write to the student and the letter which you write to your friend are different letters. You all will start becoming nervous. So that you have to learn consciously. And you will not learn by opening a grammar book or opening your mobile and seeing it on the Google that how to write a letter to the CM. That is not. You have to practice it. Write it yourself in your peculiar situation. You are living in the hostel in this university. You have your individual problem regarding some issue. You have to write a letter to the administrator, to the registrar, or to your principal about that. That particular situation is not going to not on the Google. It's not that easy. You have to learn that habit. So writing is very important. Very, very important. In these steps, हमने बताया आपको reading, writing, and listening is the three ways to learn, and then the fourth and the last is the most important. Breaking news, whatever you have learned steps. इन सारे स्टेप से जो आपने सीखा उसको यूज तो बहुत से ऐसे बच्चे हैं हमारे स्टूडेंट आते हैं हम अपने एक्सपीरियंस से बोल रहे हैं they are good in English language they know good English they are able to write effectively but they are not able to speak effectively. Why? Because they have never done it. It's not that they don't know the language. But it's that they have never spoken to anyone. In the home, there was no one with whom they could communicate. The friends like speaking in local slang and dialects. They don't want to speak in English because most of them don't know. पर बहुत बोलने में बहुत कोशिश होता है. They will not speak. आज मजाक के बारे में अच्छा है कल प्रॉब्लम फेस करना अच्छा है हंस लेंगे तो हंस ले हंसने क्या हंसना इज गुड फॉर है conscious that you are speaking wrong or writing wrong ज्यादा से ज्यादा लिखेंगे grammar alert हो जाएगा you send it to your any person ऐसे लोगों से दोस्ती बनाओ कांटेक्ट रखो वो इंग्लिश में बोलते हैं वो इंग्लिश जानते हैं you just go where are you take it please help me 10 15 20 50 100 times you make a mistake 101 when you reach that choice you will not make mistakes you will become in a position to help others. ये सारी चीजें करने पहला अगर तो स्टडी है you have to immerse it. You have to make the habit yourself. खाना खाते हैं सोते हैं नहाते हैं मैं भी करता हूँ एवरी डे करता हूँ सब हम लोग मोबाइल घंटों घंटों देखते हैं हम देखते हैं but most of the time we are wasting time, watching all the things which is not giving you anything other than short pleasures. Take my words, एक बार आदत पड़ती पढ़ने की घर में कोई मम्मी पापा जो भी है वो चिल्लाते नहीं थे। रमेश, महेश, सोनम, जो भी नाम है आपका, जल्दी आओ, सुनो, you will think like addiction. This is an addiction. Reading is an addiction. कोई भी नशा उतना बड़ा बच्चा नहीं छुपा जितना पढ़ना हो। आप एक बार आदत बस बना लो, थोड़े दिन में हो जाता है। फिर यू विल हैव टू कॉन्शियसली मेक एफर्ट टू लीव योर बुक एंड डोंट लेट एनीबडी से that this particular student is coming from that small place which is in the most backward of the states, Uttar Pradesh, the small place, Gorakhpur, no longer Gorakhpur is now on the world map because Kasi itself. Everybody knows Gorakhpur because of Kasi itself. But let everybody know Gorakhpur because of you. Let people know Gorakhpur because of you. Know this institution because of you. Let not form an impression that the person is coming from that small place, so they will not know it. This is a problem. Talent of people is a very big problem. The moment you say I'm a student of Gorakhpur University, they thought you might be an average student. Break that. And how we do it by conscious effort. ये हमारे ऊपर रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी है, जिम्मेदारी है। इस संस्था के विद्यार्थी ही इस संस्था का नाम बाहर तक ले जाएंगे। तो every response to us for your personal and for your social responsibility as a responsible citizen, as a responsible student. It is your responsibility that you uphold all these things. यही चार चीज करना, ये चार चीज आप आज से करना शुरू करिए, धीरे धीरे स्टार्ट करिए। I am not saying that today only you start doing everything, but start from 15 minutes. Spend 15 minutes today. Tomorrow it will be 20, then 30, then 40, then 1 hour, and then if next time, by the time next time you come for a lecture, I am sure, I am very sure that every student will come up to me and tell me that he or she has read 5 books, 10 books, 20 books, and he has written this and he has written that. I am very, very sure of this. And with these words, I would like to, first thank the administration, the principal of this college, this university, and registrars, Mr. Pradeep Ravi, and all involved in taking up this excellent institution. It is, I'm very sure it is going to prove to be a big for the students of board. And my all best wishes are with you all. And I hope all of you succeed in life and all of you become conscious, good, responsible citizens, human beings. And most importantly, good human beings with good values. That is what is most essential for all of us. So, my last word, thank you for giving me an honor for listening.